You can come in. So I saw you had a staring contest with my cat. Who won? My name is Leanne Baker, though most of my clients call me Leanne. Do you want me to get you anything? Coffee, tea? Ooh, I made some fresh sangria right this morning. It's funny because you're not old enough to drink.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I am a licensed mental health counselor. If I had taken about 6 more classes in college, I could have been a doctor of psychology.
So if you're not a doctor, how are you supposed to help me?
That depends on what we establish during the session. The only way I can help you is if you talk openly. And I know I'm not a doctor, but a mental health counselor like me can help you just as well as a doctor if we can communicate.
Okay.
So why don't you tell me about yourself?
I'd rather not.
Oh, why not? I want to get to know you before we...
Leanne, I'd rather just talk about my problems. You see, I've seen so many psychologists that ask me my favorite color and how well I do in school, and frankly, I don't think it helps. And besides, my mom made me see you, so...
You really don't want to maybe tell me what your hobbies are?
I said no! Anyway, that's my business. I don't even know you.
That's okay. Like I said, it's hard to open up. It's even the hardest to open up on your first appointment.
Possibly my last.
Why do you say that?
Well, I always feel like psychologists are just in it for the money. They don't really want to help you. I feel like they just label you, prescribe you some stupid medication, and throw you out the door. I don't want to go to therapy if there's no therapy involved. Honestly, I have never felt better after seeing any sort of psychologist or, mental health counselors like you. So no, I don't want to tell you my hobbies.
Again, it's okay to feel that way. And I hope with consistent visits that we can change that. You're right, some psychologists are just in it for the money, but I can assure you that I'm not. This has been my passion ever since I was a teenager like you. My mom has PTSD, and she felt like she was having her pocket picked by lousy psychologists who didn't help her at all. I decided enough is enough. I didn't want anyone else to have to go through that. Connie, I'm here to help you. And the reason that your mom is having you here is because she wants to help you too. And I want you to know that it's okay to accept help.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me about your problems.
Aren't you gonna take out a notebook or something?
No, do you want me to?
That's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have this problem and it's kind of hard to explain. I've been to too many, not enough, 6 psychologists over the past few years, and they never know what to do. I always felt like I was alone, helpless, with no real answers to work with. I just feel like I've been labeled and categorized and it's awful. I just don't know what to do.
I totally understand where you're coming from. It seems like most psychologists these days use labels more than real therapy. It's the easy way out, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I guess you're right.
So, what is this problem you're having?
Well, I have a very troubled conscience. It's as if there's like more than one person living in there, except they're not really other people. They're different versions of me.
So let me guess. These other psychologists you've been seeing have probably labeled you with multiple personality?
Yeah. They were just always so quick to label me with something and throw me out the door. They never really listened to what the real problem is. I mean, I have a really stable sense of my identity. It's not like I have more than one personality. I'm just me. I just have more than one version of me living in my head, and they're always fighting. No, we're not. Not right now.
Okay. Can you describe the other versions of you?
I'm the lighter version. The nurturing one, really. I am sensitive and vulnerable, and I'm very empathetic. I'm very in tune with my emotions and the emotions of others around me. Seasons do affect me very much. In the winter, I tend to get more down because of lack of sunlight. I've learned how to be kind and to be kind to others and to myself. There's this part of me that has a great longing for love, but I seem to be held back by me. I'm the protector of my emotions. I don't need anybody knowing how I feel, because who the hell cares? It's my own damn business, and you don't need to know about it. I always have my walls up. Wanna know why? Because people can hurt you, and people freaking suck. I don't want to be loved. Love is an illusion anyway that we make up in our minds, and I make sure to tell Connie that that doesn't matter. Love doesn't matter at all. I don't need people helping me. I don't need someone asking me how I am, and I especially don't need you. Then there's just me, plain old Connie. I mean, how I would describe myself is I'm a teenager who's really tired all the time, and I get distracted by the two other versions of me fighting in my head. It's as if it's going on all the time. It's a constant battlefield, and sometimes they even fight over who gets control of me for the day, and honestly, I don't want either one of them being in control of me for the day. I just want to sit down and be quiet with my thoughts and not have to constantly decide who's right, who's wrong, who I want to listen to that day. I just want to listen to me. I just want to be me. I want to be both vulnerable and strong. I want to be both caring and loving, but also be cautious about it. I want to be with people, but I also want to be comfortable being alone. I want to be
A combination of both.
Yes, exactly. Wow.
What?
It's funny. This is the first time a psychologist or mental health counselor has let me just talk and hasn't shoved their insight down my throat. I feel like...
Like a weight has been lifted?
Oh my goodness. Yes!
I'm glad you feel that way. I feel as though the purpose of therapy is to let the client do the talking and eventually find insight themselves. I use something called the humanistic approach, which is probably a lot different than the other psychologists you've been to. They've probably had you talk about your childhood or reenact a specific moment of your life. These are both effective and valid approaches, but I don't tend to use them. I feel as though in therapy it's about the client doing the talking and realizing that everyone has problems and that you have the potential to grow upon them.
You know what? I like that perspective. It seems like what I need. I am gonna need some guidance though, because this is the first time I'm really trusting in a psychologist, or what do you call yourself?
Counselor.
Right. And I'm sorry about the whole doctor thing. It's just I'm so used to getting prescriptions and being diagnosed that I've just been led to believe that any mental health practitioner who wasn't a doctor wouldn't help me, and it's obvious that that isn't true.
Another thing. You mentioned earlier that you were often labeled and categorized just to get things over with. I want to stress with you that you are not a label. You are a person. A disorder doesn't define you, it's you who defines you. And sure, a label may be helpful for knowing what you're dealing with, but it shouldn't be your defining factor. I want to let you know that whatever happens in here, you are never going to be a label to me. You're always going to be Connie, the girl with the best hair I've ever seen.
Thank you. You know, all you psychologists really aren't that bad. So when can we meet again?
Let's set up a monthly check-in so we can gradually get you to where you want to be. When are you free?
So, are we definitely coming back this time? Yes, we definitely are. I feel better already. Good for us. I like her.